Moment we've all been waiting for, a brand new series of Sooty and Co.
Hey ho, it's Sooty and Co. Everybody say hello. There's Sooty and Sweet, a panda called Sue, and little cousin Scampy. There'll be fun galore with the terrible four. Just you wait and see. It's Sooty and Company. Sooty and Company.
Oh, hello there. You know, some days you get up and everything goes wrong. I mean, like, the weather's miserable and the family's miserable and you've got lots of horrible jobs to do that you can't get out of. In other words, it's a thoroughly rotten day. Do you ever have days like that? Well, today is nothing like that, because today is a great day. Everything's right with the world, the sun is shining, and I feel great. Oh, dear. Which is more that can be said about this lot. I wonder what the matter is.
Oh, dear. Woe is me. What shall we do? Whatever shall we do? Neither do I, Sweet. Neither do I. Neither do I. Oh, for goodness sake, put a sock in it, Sweet. I'm too busy crying to play silly games. Me too. Me too. Now shut it, Sweep. Yes, Sweep? Why are we crying? Because, Sweet, somebody has broken Sooty's magic wand. And if that's not a crying matter, then I'd like to know what is. Me too. Me too. Oh, for Pete's sake, Sweep, shut up. Get crying.
Sooty, look, I've glued it and I've taped it, so it should work fine now. Why don't you give it a try, see if it works? Go on. Just see whether it works. Yes, well, it certainly seems to work, doesn't it? You better make it disappear again. Go on. Well, there you are. It's working 100%, so you can just dry those tears, can't you? You can help me to pack up as well. Just pass the glue. Actually, I'm quite pleased that I did... Sooty, where are you? There you are. Where did you go? You can't see the glue? What do you mean they can't see it? It's just there. He says he can't see... Sooty, where... There you are. You just disappeared. Go over there again. Go over there. Sooty, come. What on earth is going on? Walk backwards. Can you see that? It's disappeared. Come on out. What is happening? It's the magic wand causing it. Yes, you're probably right. Tell you what, have a little wander across that side and see if the same thing happens. Go on, off you go. A little bit further. No, you're not disappearing, Sooty. No, it's not happening there at all. Come back here. Whatever it was that was making it happen has definitely disappeared. Hang on a minute. Your magic wand's disappeared as well. My bet is that it was Scampy who broke Sooty's wand, and now that it's fixed again, he's decided to borrow it and have a bit of fun. I just hope that Sweet can see the funny side of it. Uh-oh. He's made him disappear. Scampy, you are a naughty boy. I should watch out when Sweet appears again. After all, he is a lot bigger than you. What? He isn't? What on earth do you mean? Oh, dear. You're right, Scampy. Look what he's done. He's made Sweet into a very tiny Sweet with a very large bad temper by the looks of it. Don't worry. I've got the magic wand now. Oh, and don't worry about Sweet either, because he's back to normal size. In fact, everything's back to normal, including the fact that we've got no customers whatsoever in the shop. Hey, I've got the magic wand. I wonder if it's worth a try. Let's see, shall we? Oh! It worked! I've magicked a customer. Good afternoon, sir. Just hang on a minute. It's you.
Who?
You.
Where?
There.
Here?
Yes, you.
Is it?
Yes! Mr. Dwayne from the council. We met before.
Dwayne?
Yes.
Don't you mean Wayne?
No, Dwayne.
As in Dwayne pipe. No, I'm sorry, that's impossible. There must be some mistake, you see. I am Mr. Dwayne from the council. You must be somebody else.
Yes. I'm Matthew Corbett. You're Mr. Dwayne. We met before. You came in before. Do you remember?
Yeah, indeed I do, yes.
Yes.
I seem to remember last time I was here, you had a, little problem.
No. Oh, what?
Well, there it is now.
What?
Your little problem.
Oh, I see. You mean Sooty? Sooty, this is Mr. Dwayne, remember? Yeah. He came in once before. You work for the council in the drainage department, isn't that right?
I've had promotion since then.
Really?
I now work for the water department. I'm in charge of water promotion.
Water promotion? What's that?
Well, I have to make sure that people like water.
Yes.
Make sure that water has the right image.
Yes.
Make sure that when people turn the water on,
yes,
they're turned on too.
Yes. How's it going?
Dreadfully.
Oh, what? Sooty says, what's the problem?
Ah, well, you see, now this is the problem, you see. Water is so boring. Now, watch this.
Yes.
Watch this. One, like that. Like that. Like that. Now.
Yes.
You watching?
Yes, I'm watching, yes.
Ready?
Yes. What did you do that for?
To prove my point. You see, you knew as soon as I tipped this cup over, the water would pour out, didn't you?
Well, yes, it was always a pretty fair bet. Yes.
Exactly. Point now.
Yes.
You watch this.
I'm
Ready?
watching. Yes, watching.
See?
Yes.
You knew I'd get wet then, didn't you?
Well, I
Yes, shush. Now watch. Watch this. Watch this.
Watching. I'm watching it.
You
Yes.
ready?
Yes.
1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3. Now, you knew that would happen, didn't you?
Yes.
You knew as soon as I did that, there'd be water all over the place.
Yes, well, it was always on the cards, yes.
You see, that's my problem with water.
What?
It's so boring. It's so predictable.
Predictable.
Yes. So I am trying to develop...
Yes.
a new kind of water.
A new kind of water?
Exactly.
Well, crazy as it seems, we've agreed to help Mr. Dwayne in his search for a way of making water less boring. Here's Sooty at work on the project in the loft. He's trying to make a new kind of water, powdered water. Shh. Mr. Dwayne's just popped out for a breath of fresh air. I'm going to use Sooty's magic wand again. Now, with this, I can definitely make a new and more exciting sort of water. Watch. There we are, solid water. Now, I know it's cheating slightly, but who cares, really, if you get the results? Solid water. Watch. Oh. Well, that was a miserable failure on my part. Hey, look at this. Sweep and Scampy have decided to join in. They're building a machine to make a new kind of water. What does it do exactly, you guys? It's a secret. Oh, I see. Oh, even Sue has got in on the act.
Bubble, bubble, he, toil and trouble, he, wing of bat and eye of toad, squishy hedgehog from the road, all chopped up in tiny bits. I'd rather have some fish and chips.
So, what are you trying to make exactly then, Sue?
I'm trying to make sticky water.
Sticky water, eh? I've done it! I've created solid water! Look, see? Solid water. It's cold. Ice.
There, that's getting nice and sticky now. Let's see what happens when I add this.
Well, I don't seem to have had very much success making solid water, even with the magic wand. Or perhaps it's because of the magic wand.
Hello there.
Ah, it's you.
Who?
You.
Where?
Don't start that again, for goodness sake.
Matthew, can I have a word with you, please?
Yes, in a minute, Sue, in a minute.
It's rather important.
Yes, in a moment, Sue, in a moment. It's just that Mr. Dwayne is back now, and I'm sure he'd like to hear how we've been getting on with our attempts to make a new and more interesting sort of water. Is that right, Mr. Dwayne?
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Good. Oh, well, look, here's Sooty right on cue. How are you getting on, Sooty? 100% success? Really? And you were trying to make powdered water, weren't you?
Matthew, it's very important that I speak to you.
Yeah, in a moment, Sue, in a moment. Oh, I see. Well, this is powdered water, is it? I see. And tell me something. How do you do anything with this powder? What, you know, how do you, for example, get washed in that? You just got to add water. Stunning. What do you think, Mr. Dwayne?
Sounds like the sort of idea any water authority might embrace. Now, I'm going to make a note of this in my little notebook.
Please, Matthew, please, I have to talk to you.
All right already, Sue. But tell us about your experiment, OK? Now, you were trying to make sticky water, weren't you? How's it going?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Matthew. It's gone.
Gone?
Yes, it left. It just sort of upped and offed, and it just sort of flobbed over the bar side and left.
But, Sue, this sounds terrible.
No, my friend, you're wrong. This sounds terrific. It's what I've been dreaming of. I mean, this is exciting water. Look, I must see it. Where's it got to?
Well, the last time I saw it, it was going under the floorboards.
What? In your bathroom,
Yes.
Sue? But just a minute, that's directly above your head, Mr. Dwayne.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least you found it. You found the missing water.
It's very sticky, isn't it, Mr. Dwayne?
Yes, it's very sticky and not at all boring. I've got to make a note of this in my notebook. Oh,
Yes, do.
This is so
What's
exciting.
it?
Yes,
How am I getting on?
Well, Matthew, you were trying to make solid water, weren't you?
Well, yes, I was trying to make solid water. I tried to fill up this whole big container here, but fortunately, it didn't work, which is just as well.
Just as well? What do you mean?
Well, it means that we can use this water to wash the sticky water off you. Let him have it, Sooty. Well, Sooty and Sue are clearing up in there, and Mr. Dwayne's just finishing off getting dried off. So I thought I'd pop out and see how they... Wow! What is this? Aerated water?
Aerated water? Did I hear someone mention aerated water?
Yes, sweep it. Look at this. Apparently they made this. What do you think?
This is an act of genius. This is aerated water. It's what every water executive dreams of. Water with a difference.
Yeah, well, I can see it's different, but what are we going to do with it? How do you use it?
Do with it?
Yes.
Do with it?
Yes.
Where's your imagination, man? I mean, the possibilities are endless. Yes. Just think, we could put this into cans and sell it.
Yes.
Executive aerated water.
Yes.
Aerated fun foam. Aerated water bath. Oh, this is magnificent. Can we get more of this wonderful stuff?
I don't know. What? Yes, apparently you just flick the switch and we can have as much as we like.
This is heaven!
Yeah, go on, flick the switch. There's rather a lot.
Oh, I can see a fortune being made here. Oh, don't lose it.
There's so much of it. Hang on.
It's not more bottles.
That's enough. All right, that's enough. Can you turn it off? Turn it off. Why not? Turn it off. Why not? It's not stopped off. What? Oh, for goodness sake, Sooty, come up here, wherever you are. Look, go and get the camper put this machine in it and take it to the tip, for goodness sake. People will drown in aerated water.
What a splendid thought. I can think of no nicer way. That's nice.
Well, in no time at all, it was Sooty to the rescue. He managed to get Sweep and Scampy's aerated water machine into the camper van, and here he is, making his way to the tip. So that's that little problem dealt with. Well, when I say dealt with, that's not strictly true, is it? It seems that even though the dreaded aerated water machine is in the back of the camper, it's still working at full capacity. As he just found out. Uh-oh. It looks as if Sooty has fallen foul of the law. Now, young man, what's all this then?
Oh dear, but it looks like the law has fallen foul of the foam. And so have they. And so has he. And so have they. Ah, but here at last is the rubbish tip coming up. Let's hope Sooty can get rid of that wretched machine here for good. Oh dear. Who's this? The tip manager? Looks like a real job's worth to me. Well, I tell you something, Sooty. I think that you are lucky not to end up in jail.
Yes, Sooty, did you put the machine on the tip?
Yes, it did what? You think so? What do you mean you think so? How come you're not certain? Oh, I see. The tip was covered in bubbles when you left.
I'd like to say something here, if I may.
Yes, what is it, Mr. Duane?
Well, today has been an education.
It certainly taught him a lesson.
Yes, correct. From now on, it's going to be old-fashioned water. Oh, and by way of saying thank you for all your trouble,
Yes?
I've got you a little something.
Oh, really? What is it?
Bubble bath. You know, foam. I thought after all that business with the aerated water, it might amuse you. That's my little joke.
Why, yes. Sooty says that since you've given him your joke, he'd like to give you his joke.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
Yes,
nice.
isn't it?
Well, come on. Let me have it.
Let's say goodbye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bubbles in the bath, exactly where you know they should be. Look at all the pretty bubbles floating on the pretty blue sea. A watery game with boats and bubbles is fun. Something is plain, there'll be trouble before we are done. Bubbles in the bath, exactly where you know they should be. It's always the same every night. Starts as a game, ends as a fight. Give a little nudge, you know is your rival. Give a little nudge and give him a knife. Oh, look at all the pretty bubbles floating on the pretty blue sea. Wherever there's water, the scene is set. Wherever there's water, then everyone gets wet. Wet, wet, wet. With water, with water, with water, with wet, 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 wet. Bubbles in the bath, exactly where you know they should be. Look at all the pretty bubbles floating on the pretty blue sea. Play your game and this time try to stay dry. Please don't fight, hey boys, please really try. Bubbles in the bath, exactly where you know they should be. Hey ho, he can't resist. He gave a little splash with the flick of his wrist. It's easy to start, he was only joking. Look at him now, he's completely soaking. Look at all the pretty bubbles floating on the pretty blue sea. Whenever there's water, the scene is set. Wherever there's water, then everyone gets wet. Wet, wet, wet. With water, with water, with water. With wet, 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 wet. With water, with water, with water. With H2O, O, 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 O. With water, with water, with water. With wet, 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 wet. With water, with water, with water.